Do you know what significant events happened on this day in history? On October 8, 1573, the Siege of Alkmaar ended in a resounding victory for the Dutch. It was a turning point in the 80 Years' War. The city of Alkmaar, standing as a symbol of Dutch resistance, had been under siege by the Spanish forces, but the determined Dutch managed to hold their ground, using the innovative tactic of flooding the surrounding lands to thwart the Spanish advance. This victory marked a significant shift in the war, bolstering the Dutch resolve to fight for their independence. Fast forward to 1635. On this same day, the Treaty of Wismar was signed, bringing an end to the brutal 30 Years' War in the Holy Roman Empire. This treaty represented a momentous shift in power dynamics within Europe, laying the groundwork for the rise of Sweden as a major continental power. These two events marked significant shifts in power and brought about change in Europe. Fast forward to the 19th and early 20th centuries, October 8th continued to be a day of great significance. In the year 1871, on this very day, the Great Chicago Fire sparked into life. This infamous inferno would go on to ravage the city, causing unimaginable destruction and drastically reshaping the urban landscape. Yet, amidst this chaos, the spirit of resilience shone through, paving the way for the rebirth of a stronger, more vibrant Chicago. Transitioning from flames to fields, let's delve into 1904. This year marked the one and only occurrence of the St. Louis World Series. Now this wasn't your typical World Series, as it was the only one to date featuring two teams from the same city, the Cardinals and the Browns. Amidst the thrill of the competition and the roar of the home crowd, St. Louis reveled in its unique moment of baseball glory. In the midst of destruction and disaster, there were also moments of joy and celebration. As we move into the 20th century, October 8th sees events that would shape the world as we know it. In 1939, a dark cloud loomed over Europe as Nazi Germany annexed Poland, effectively igniting the Second World War. This act of aggression marked the beginning of Hitler's expansionist policies, setting a chilling precedent for the atrocities that were to unfold. Fast forward to 1967, halfway across the world in Bolivia, the day marked the end of a revolution. Che Guevara, an iconic figure in the Cuban Revolution, met his untimely demise. His execution, ordered by the Bolivian army under the advisement of the CIA, did not quell his revolutionary spirit. Instead, it immortalized him as a symbol of resistance against oppression for generations to come. From the expansion of totalitarian regimes to revolutionary icons, October 8th has been a day of momentous and sometimes tragic events. In more recent history, October 8th has continued to be a day of important events. In 1993, the North American Free Trade Agreement, or NAFTA, was signed, establishing a trilateral trade bloc in North America. This agreement created one of the largest free trade zones in the world, influencing the economies of the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Fast forward to 2001, when Kofi Annan, the Secretary General of the United Nations, was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. Annan's tireless efforts to promote a more peaceful world were recognized and celebrated, showcasing the potential of diplomacy and dialogue. Lastly, in 2012, the world held its breath as Malala Yousafzai, a young Pakistani activist for female education, survived an assassination attempt by the Taliban. She would later become the youngest Nobel Prize laureate, embodying resilience and the unyielding fight for equality in education. From significant political agreements to acts of courage and resilience, October 8th serves as a reminder of the continual progression of human history. As we've journeyed through history, it's clear to see that October 8th is a day of great significance. From the Siege of Alkmaar in the late 16th century to the execution of Che Guevara and the bravery of Malala Yousafzai in more recent times, this day has been a witness to the resilience of the human spirit. From wars and treaties to fires and baseball games, October 8th is a day that has witnessed a wide range of historical events.
Did you learn something new today? If so, be sure to subscribe to our Facts Fed channel for more informative and engaging videos on all sorts of topics. We're passionate about sharing knowledge and helping others learn, so I hope you'll join me on this journey.